So now I will backtrack to my first trip where I camped there. Was fine. It was all fine, but at night my tent was because at that time it wasn't a tent. I slept in a hammock, so I felt swaying.
Oh.
So I was like half asleep. Like, okay, what's this?
You felt somebody pushing.
Yeah.
Shit.
And then I'm like half like, and then like right here in my face is just like a face.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Just remembering about this has like my goosebumps on, and so you're sort of like
And welcome back to another episode of Naik Bulu Tales. I'm Mo.
I am Fairil.
And here we are again.
Coming at you with another episode of creepy stories, which is what we love to do.
Yes.
What we've been doing from day one.
I mean, we enjoy talking to guests with their real life experience because this you cannot edit. You know what I mean? Like in terms of edit for camera footage. There's people being honest, using this as a platform to share possibly what you go through as well. So you're not alone.
Yeah. So if any of you guys have been watching, if you have any stories you want to share, you want to come on, let us know. Don't tell us what the story is about because we want to give you guys a genuine reaction. Otherwise, rugila. But before we go on with our next guest,
yes,
we just want to say, don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and share. You guys have been amazing. People who have been watching and our new subscribers that have been subscribing.
Yes, thank you. Now we're getting to 3K subscribers. Yeah. That's huge for us.
It's huge.
We started this almost a year and a month ago.
Yeah, we didn't think we'd be here, but here we are, and we want to do our best to keep giving you great stories.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, don't forget to follow on our socials. Okay, so it's at Naik Bulu Tales on IG or Insta. And at Naik Bulu Tales on TikTok.
Alrighty.
Who we got, Rel? Who we got?
Today we have a fellow production fellow production friend who is also a director and an editor, but he's also a very enthusiastic. Let me rephrase that. He's also a camping enthusiast. So I don't know if you have any stories of camping, but I'd like to introduce you guys to Amir.
Hello, I'm Amir, the video guy, I guess.
What's up,
all things videos and all things camping.
Yeah.
All right, it's nice to be on here.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yep.
I know it was, it was last minute, but I didn't know that you, because we've worked together, so I didn't know that you had stories.
Yeah, I've had a few run-ins, I guess, because I've always stayed close to the jungle, and that's why I like camping. Yeah, but that's also where I've seen things, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, straight up. Okay, well, I mean, the floor is yours. How do you want to start this?
So since I'm wearing my PLKN jacket, I thought we'd go back into that.
Okay,
and so I think this story starts in 2004 when National Service was just introduced, and then from there, I was luckily selected as the first batch of the first year. So like very first, nobody knew what they were doing. So
luckily,
I'm like sent to Muazzam Shah. Muazzam Shah is sort of like the south of Pahang, closer to the Johor border. This camp is still there. If you search on Google Maps, you'll find it, and you'll see the Google Street View is completely run down. Good urban exploration location, by the way.
Location.
So yeah, so this whole camp is surrounded by swamp, like Paya Bakau swamp. Okay, just to put that into context. So the first week, once we were like sort of put in, shaved our heads off and all that, we were asked to do night duty. And so if anybody what night duty is you get two guys with a flashlight, and we have to walk the perimeter of the fence of the camp.
For how long?
And that's like, I think one round's about 30 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Depending on how slow you are. Wow. And so only the one at the front entrance is like road and lights. Everything else is just swamp and like forest.
Wow.
So okay, it's fine. Like okay, nothing new there, and there's people around, right? So we started going up. Me and my buddy, we call him Ganu because he's from Terengganu. Easy nicknames. 17-year-olds don't know anything better. So as we're walking through, we start hearing rustling in the treetops, right? And so we take out a torchlight and I'm flashing it around, and we sort of see something white just jumping around.
Whoa.
And so we were sort of like, you know when you see something like you don't expect it coming, you're sort of like, cannot be, no lah, tak boleh weh. Then it's like shine again, then you see it's off. It's just doing. What's scary is if animals you hear crashing and sound, right? So this is just sort of like a white figure that's just sort of, and so you're like sitting there. Okay, so I have my walkie. There's like Tuan to base. Tuan, come in. Ya, kenapa? Saya nampak Spider-Man kat atas tu. Kenapa? And they're like, huh? Spider-Man baju putih. Then it's like silent for a while. Okay, datang balik. And so we came back, and then like suddenly all the like what do you call them? Like the camp
counselors?
Because they're like army guys who are supposed to take care of us. Like they're the babysitters for the kids. So they would now do the night rounds.
Oh.
And ever since then, no one else would be allowed to do the night rounds other than the army guys.
Wow.
And it's like, and that was like week 1.
Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't like make you guys do it anyway, like to toughen up.
So I think they were because what we found out on the second week was the kampung people themselves told them there's a couple of rules to adhere to in the campsite, no matter like what you do and stuff, and be respectful the usual. But I think in the spirit of trying to keep NS fun, so they had like karaoke nights and all that. So kids being kids, you've got a bunch of 17-year-old hormonal teens all gathered in one summer camp from around the country. It was information exchange of interesting things lah. But as a result, I think we sort of pissed something off. And so like the second week, then we had a batch of like hysteria cases. And then so that's when the orang kampung was saying like, ni lah karaoke lagi, pesta malam-malam lagi. So you're like, and so the kids were like getting a bit freaked out, and we're supposed to be there for 4 weeks because this is our like jungle module. And like I think the third week we're supposed to do a burung hantu thing, which is similar to what the scouts do. They leave everybody like 500 meters apart in the dark, and then this is like swamp, right? And then in the swamp you've got all these insects, animals.
So you have to actually go into the swamp.
Yeah, so you just sort of sit there for like, I think they leave you there for an hour.
Wow,
that's a long time.
Yeah. And then like me and my friend knowing what we saw there, and we're like sitting there. So this is the one part I would say I didn't have a flashlight, but all we could see was the same white thing jumping around. Like you just see this black figure. So I'm not sure whether it's like an animal or.
And it didn't make any noise.
It didn't. That's the weird thing. So I think that's the scariest part for me. It's like
eerie.
It's supposed to make crashing sounds. It's supposed to be like tangible, but this is just. It's like they say, like if you see a ghost in real life and you're like a production guy, if he has no motion blur, you should freak out. That's not natural, right? And that's what like everyone seems to say. And I think that's what stuck with me when we were in the jungle. And that's like for those first 3 weeks until the last week where people started smuggling alcohol into the camp. People were really, really freaked out. Like,
should you be saying that about NS?
The program's cancelled. It doesn't exist anymore. This uniform is a collector's item. So
it's a memoir. Chop, you were saying that when you were ulo the lampu dekat that thing, right? Did you actually see? I mean, you saw white, like it wearing white, but did you actually see like a proper figure of it?
So it's more like
long hair or.
That one wasn't long hair. That was just white. More like, that's why like I can't say it's like the traditional trope of like kapon, but
that's right.
I feel like it's more of a pocong kind of analog where it's just a white like mayat kind of thing bundled up. So that's the one. So if it's bouncing like that, so I was thinking like, because me in like pop culture, all I know about pocong is it's supposed to do like the whole on the ground thing, not on trees. So it doesn't like, it defies expectations.
What is this?
Like, is it like just a pocong that likes parkour, or I'm like,
wow. Oh, he was a parkour dancer.
But that's really interesting though. But the swamp that you guys were going in, it wasn't fenced in either. It was outside.
No, so like it's outside the fence. It's part of the ground. So it's also like, I think if you see the Google Maps, you can see to the west side of it. There's this big like expanse of paya bakau, and that's where they do all the like they'll teach you like mud is good for your skin, and all the survival classes will happen there.
That's so interesting.
So I think in the end, people did drop out, just mainly out of the hysteria cases, and that was like the biggest one. Like in terms of incident that affected most people, it was like a group of like 3 girls who got like hysteria back to back to back, and that was an interesting Friday night lah. But and they left like that weekend. They just were like discharged. It's like health reasons.
So this base is basically next to the fire, next to the swamp.
Yeah, it's just.
So memang that place is keras lah.
I think so, because it has all that like wetness. Usually places of like high humidity tends to be.
I hear a lot of news about Muazzam Shah being quite the keras.
Somebody mentioned Muazzam Shah, one of our guests.
Yeah, said they went to a college in Muazzam Shah and said it was quite.
Wow, I'm trying to think who that was.
Because it's really sort of like that border. You've got what's that? What's the national forest where Gunung Ledang is?
Taman Negara.
No, it's Taman Negeri Rompin. Yeah,
Rompin. Taman Rompin.
And that's also like pretty old, like rainforest as well.
Yeah, definitely. So this thing, right? So it wasn't glowing white. It was just
it's just
you can tell it's a white sheet.
It's a white sheet because like you know that old school lantern you get, the square one with the big ass battery. Yeah, and that's what we had. So when you shine it, it's like jump.
That's kind of crazy that you shined at it and you're still able to see.
No noise. Man, that's creepy.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Did anyone else see that thing after you?
The one we had was this Air Force guy. He was a major, I think, and he was just like, tak apa, jangan layan. Buat dia je.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
But your other friend that walked with you that round, he saw it too.
Yeah. So that's like me and him. That's why we radioed in. We're like, hey, we're seeing something. Should we like report this? Like maybe it's a wild animal.
Is Spider-Man a code or Spider-Man is what you described it?
I described it because I didn't want to say the word.
Especially
because I didn't want to say like the H word, right?
But that's interesting.
Yeah.
To use Spider-Man.
Because he was gone from tree to tree. That was a really comic guy, I guess. I don't know.
That's really interesting.
Because I couldn't like think of anything else.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Spider-Man pakai baju putih.
So now I know more the slang like kakak, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many names.
But even the tuan would be like kakak siapa ni? But no, he probably because it was what time was that? You around midnight?
I think actually no, that was earlier. That's about 10:30, 11. Because usually by midnight we're out.
Right. Wow. What is the purpose of the perimeter?
It's just to show you routine and discipline. Like, it's supposed. It's like it really is just a summer camp, and we didn't even have
glorified.
We didn't have guns. If we had guns, I wouldn't be afraid. I think.
What kind of NS is this?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
And I think the other NS story that I have is actually after we got out of the jungle. And so this probably ties in with people who know stories from University Malaya. Obviously one of the oldest universities in Malaysia. We were placed in College Kediaman Kelima, KK5, which is one of the older buildings as well. So I think it had 3 blocks or 4 blocks, and one of the old blocks had a fire that happened about I think in the 80s or 90s, and some people had died. And so a bunch of the boys had ended up getting placed there because we're like, we have a choice. You can either share rooms or get your own individual room, but you have to pick from like this block. So we're like, oh great, we have our own rooms. So like, okay, this is nice, it's voluntary, right? So we took the top floor, and each of us had our own room. The top floor is nice. Like, oh, this is nice. Everyone's like chilling. And so like after dinner time, we're like, okay, kenyang ready. We all gather at our room, close the door, someone jaga outside and go. Well, I can say this, like we had cigarettes, as kids do, and chilling, and someone had this is before like phone camera days, so someone had a digital camera and they were taking photos. We're just chilling. So to put like, I think the layout is so a single room dorm will have a big sliding window. It wasn't the slate. Was it the slates? I think it might have been the slates, but it's one of those older windows, and then the bed is right next to it. So we're all sitting along the window, right? And so the person taking the photo is like la taking, and then we realized that one of the photos had a face under the bed.
No,
it was like a dark burnt face.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And it was in one photo, and then we were like, wait, what? And the guy who owned the camera was this Chinese guy, and he had this superstition where don't keep photos of ghosts,
Right.
because it's like sway, and you have to delete it immediately. And then we were pissed off because like this is, you get evidence. You're like, hey, no, don't. Like if it's sway, you go like mandi bunga or see a priest or
keep
something.
the photo, keep the photo.
Just have that evidence, and no one can say like, no, this is crap lah. And that's when we asked like the facilitator, like, hey, we saw this, can you tell us the story behind it? And then so he just sort of told us the story that KK5 is one of the oldest buildings and it burned down. And you can find the story of the building burning down if you just Google it as well. It's part of history. So I'm like,
burnt face.
okay, when that is like I have the context for it and it correlates, I'm like, okay, like that's probably someone who decided to pop up. So that immediate night, whoever was staying there, we all ended up moving to the next block, and we were just, you know what, I'll sleep on the floor, it's fine.
So you all slept in the same room.
Yeah,
this time.
because it's like we were thinking, oh, maybe we can still hang out there during the day as well. And like I think once you know a place is like someone's died, you just kind of not sure whether that's like a cool place to hang out. And it's like but I think that was the biggest shock lah. Just you're just chilling.
Was the burnt face was like peeking out?
So I remember this because it's not like orang.
It's not orang minyak.
It's not orang minyak.
Not
It's
orang
like
minyak.
so like because this is the bed. You know the gap between the bed and the door bed, right? So you have this guy sort of doing this, and he's just like that.
Oh my god, dude.
And like all you see is eyes and teeth.
Oh man.
And one thing I can't forget is like, if you've burnt off your eyelids, I mean you've seen movies VFX, right? That sort of reddish thing around there, and I'm like, that looks like. I mean, once you get morbid curiosity, you sort of figure out what burn victims look like, and then you're like, okay.
Wow, that's pretty incredible that you guys caught that.
So he deleted it immediately.
Yeah, like almost immediately, and we're like, every like saying, okay lah, come lah, we do a courage test lah. Someone chill there overnight and see what you see.
Did anyone do that?
No. We're all chicken shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
After you found evidence, of course you're not going to.
like, oh, okay. So there's a burnt face. There was a fire. People died.
Let me go sleep in that same room under the bed.
And that's just one that you guys captured. Like what we cannot see. They're probably just around your room, just hanging out, walking around.
I think there's something about like residual emotions, I guess. I think there's something that feels off, like the juju is just not right.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
And I've had that, like, I think if you want to talk about like camping, I've had that in a couple of spots. You know how like if you go in the jungle and if you're fine, everything's fine, like the animals are out, the sun is beautiful. If it's not fine, you feel you're not welcome by the jungle, you can get lost, you get turned around, stuff gets in your way. And I think there was one camping session I've had that happen as well, and I don't understand why, like, because I camped there successfully one night before. I had a strange dream, maybe I can talk about it, but then the next day, so the next time I went again, like 2-3 months later, I got lost. And I know this trail very well. I hike this all the time. It's actually literally my backyard.
Wow.
Around the Club Darul Ehsan area, and I used to go up into the water reservoir and stuff, but I got kicked out of that basically. Like I got lost. I tried camping, and then there was this whole feeling of being watched, and like people telling you to like get lost. It was so bad, like I freaked out. I was thinking like this is like really paranoid, like paranoid emotion at that point, right? And so I just like basically fucked off down the river. I didn't even use the trail. I just saw the river. I knew the river led out to my housing area. I just ran down the river. And the next day when I came back to my tent, it was just all like and I had stuff like hung about, so that was all like thrown on the ground, scattered. All my shit was just thrown all over the place. And so now I will backtrack to my first trip where I camped there. It was fine. It was all fine, but at night my tent was because at that time it wasn't a tent. I slept in a hammock, so I felt swaying. So I was like half asleep, like, okay, what's this?
You felt somebody pushing.
Shit. And then I'm like half like, and then like right here in my face is just like a face.
Are you serious?
This remembering about this has like my goosebumps on. And so
Whoa.
you're sort of like, I'm blind by the way. I can't, without glasses, I can't see anything in front of me. So you just see the shadow here, and it's looking at you.
Oh my god.
Buat apa? I'm like, weh, aku tidur besok, aku caw dia, jangan caw, please. Aku nak tidur. And I'm like, they're like sleep paralysis. I just want to sleep, man. I just want to sleep. I'm not disturbing you. I'm
He
chill.
actually said something. It actually said something.
It said something to you.
Just
It
like-
spoke.
He
Buat apa?
said, "Buat apa tu?" That's what he said.
And I'm like, and in your hammock, the worst possible. I'm basically a sausage for whatever
Right.
wants to kill me or
Yeah.
murder me. I mean,
And you were alone, nobody else was around.
so I like going solo camping.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah, children to bang.
But so, and I've had sleep paralysis before, where like sometimes I'm asleep and I feel like a hand, and then you see a woman by your bedside. Sometimes I know it's a dream. So for this one, it was a bit too visceral because the bed was swaying and I could sort of move my head.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Wait, aku nak tidur." Then he like, "You hit it now." And it just went off, and I was just like sat there. Should I like get out and see if he's still waiting outside there, or should I wait until I get like stabbed or something? I didn't know what to do. Like I full on panic mode there.
Could it be like some uncle young?
No, because this was like
That's crazy.
probably like 2-3 in the morning
Yeah.
already, and no one. So, oh shit, I should have given context as well. So this spot is not on trail.
Right.
This campsite. So this campsite is basically there's a river crossing, like a stream crossing. So instead of crossing and following the trail, I go off trail and follow the river up until I find a
Nice
flat
little-
area. Because
yeah.
I want to stay by a river,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there was this nice clearing, and I think only like recent years I've been hearing about like bunyan clearings and stuff like that. So which they say like if you see a doorway, it's probably a doorway, but just take note of it. Like if you see like vines that sort of create like a doorway, there's a superstition hidden behind.
So this hammock, you set it up yourself, or memang is something that's
No,
already
so I
there?
set it
You
up.
set up the hammock.
So I set up the hammock, I set a fire, and it was I have photos of the campsite as well actually.
Oh, you send it to us. We can put it up.
Yeah.
Give people visual context.
Yeah,
Right?
I have that, and that one was like, because I know that area very well. If I were to show you the Google map of where my like housing area is versus where the camp is, it's only like a kilometer as the crow flies. So I never expected
So
that.
you're not like in the middle of the jungle kind
No,
of.
I can hear motorbikes at night.
Right.
Like, but they can't. They won't go in the trail. But you can hear civilization.
So you feel somewhat safe.
Yeah.
which is good.
And like when I sat at a campfire, if there's smoke, my wife can see like the smoke rising from the forest. That's how like close I am.
So it could potentially be
Someone
a
who's-
person.
I hope not. I think it's creepier if someone stays there in the forest. Like
That is
unchecked.
true.
That is.
If
that
it was
is
an actual
some
person,
Ted
it's even
Bundy.
worse.
Like, not even like what Ted Krasinski,
Right.
Unabomber stuff.
Yeah.
Because what was either a blessing or not was the fact that you had your glasses off.
Yeah. So it was just this blurry head,
Yeah.
It's right in your face, you know? It's like
but it didn't disturb me.
right here. I
It
know.
was just there.
'Cause
Yeah.
it was wondering what you were
And it's
up
just
to.
this like
How close like to your face was it?
this like this
Oh
like this
my God.
like so you're sort of like I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Just before. So you're sort of.
It's like 10, 8 inches away.
2:00 in the morning.
That's why when he did it, you sort of feel that breath, and that was the last straw. I'm like, I can't run. It's midnight.
Yeah.
If I tumble down the river, so that morning when I woke up, it's sort of like, okay, let's sort of assess what happened here and like think about it. And then like you'll see like animal tracks around, and it's just wild boar tracks. So I'm like, okay, so there's no foot tracks. So did I dream it or not? So I didn't think about it anymore.
Right.
That's why like 2 months, 3 months later, I said, hey, that was a pretty nice camp spot. Other than that weird dream, still sort of like not thinking of. But the second time I went, that's when I start feeling being watched.
Right.
And that's why like I was like, maybe I shouldn't stay. I had set up my tent, I had set up everything, but it just that feeling of being watched and being told to get lost was just kept getting stronger and stronger as the sun went down. So just around like 7 p.m. before sunset, I was like, I could stay here and probably have to face what it's like telling me to get out.
It's like you again.
Yeah, yeah.
When it spoke to you, did it sound like a human voice?
It actually did sound like an old man.
It did sound like
It just sounded like a grumpy old man.
Buat betul.
Yeah. That sergah kind of voice. So like, but the thing is, I'm half asleep lah, so I don't
Yeah.
know whether I heard footsteps coming in and out. And there's this like river, like creek, stream constantly making sound as well.
But it's strange for a human being to get up that close to your face and asking what you're doing. It's not human behavior.
Straight up. No, is it penunggu or like
that's
kind of like
penunggu could be penunggu. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's so funny because one of our guests who is her name is Bang. I don't know if you've seen that episode. Excuse me. She does solo camping. And in that episode, which we've actually mentioned a few times in some of our other episodes, is she was in the middle of swimming, swimming in a little stream, in a little a river stream.
It's a river
stream, right?
Is that what those half body things?
Yeah. And then she's alone, completely alone, and then suddenly her reaction goes to somewhere off. Okay, she was recording herself because she records all her solo camps, right? So you just hear suddenly talking to someone real quick. And then her face is suddenly, she goes from normal, then her face is like suddenly, and then suddenly straight away to back to normal.
She doesn't remember that. She doesn't remember. She only realized something was wrong when she watched the footage.
Yeah.
Like, who was I talking to?
Oh wow, time lapse.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I mean, we told her we thought it was probably she crossed paths with the bunyan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you're in jungle and. I mean, I don't know if you're going to keep going off the beaten path, but
I still do.
Yeah,
I still do.
you've been doing it for a while. It's
like, I'm not going to quit. Like I still fall on the belief of I'm more afraid of humans than ghosts, but they will scare the shit out of me. Like I'm not going to lie. Like, but humans will kill me.
Yes.
And if I take care of my heart, I'll be fine with ghosts. I hope. But yeah, like I think it's interesting because like despite like Klang Valley, being like super developed, like our borders are still like pretty like old rainforest. Like Hulu Langat is reserve land. Bukit Tabo, that whole section, since I grew up around there, has some crazy bunyan stories as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like before they developed that whole area which is behind near the Quartz Ridge there, so that all used to be just jungle and forest. And like so people who stayed alongside the condos would see orang pendek kind of thing. People, so like, I know bunyan. That's why I always get confused between the two types of law. There's one where people treat bunyan as elves, and then there's one that treat bunyan as just sort of like dwarves, and they're sort of like orang asli but shorter.
Right.
So I've heard both stories, but the only one where I've seen visual, like not me, but like my friends who stay around there, is just that orang pendek in the mornings or the late evenings. It's always around like golden hour, just as the turning of time.
Like where do they see them walking? Just in the forest?
It's just like, so the riverbank, you'll sort of see these heads just sort of crossing. Yeah, but I think if you look up Taman Melawati and Bukit Mas area, you have a lot of kakak stories as well.
Oh, right.
The dwarves one is the first time I heard this. I never heard
it's bunyan lah, but they call it orang pendek or bunyan.
Orang pendek, it's new. Yeah. It's new to me. Interesting.
Wait, one of our first shoots was at Bukit Tabor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Climbed up there to do a shoot.
that spot I had kena kejar Pontianak.
You kena?
Yeah.
Well, okay, pray tell.
So
why did you start with this?
So this one is a bit funnier because this is I just started cycling and I was crazy about cycling. So, and because I worked in post-production and video editor, I can only cycle at night. So I get home from work 8 p.m. So like 9 p.m. dinner, like 10 p.m. I'll go out, or 11 p.m. I'll go out and I'll do my laps around Taman Melawati. So I do about 2 hours of cycling, which I will always skirt around the edges because there's less traffic.
Yeah.
You can like enjoy your peace and quiet of the night. So there is a stretch around Bukit Mas. So Taman Melawati there's a border called Bukit Mas, and better known as where Daim stays. He has a massive mansion there.
Right.
It's sort of a back road. You sort of head towards the Klang Gate Dam, and then you duck left, and then you're sort of like, it's just this stretch of empty road because there's a mansion on your right with like super high walls, and then it's just tall grass overlooking sort of like a hill down to where the housing area. So that hillside has nothing. It's just sort of bush and tall, super tall grass. And so I'm cycling there, and it's like 11:30 or 11:45, and I'm like, okay, nice, this is a great pace. And then you sort of like hear a whistling sound, and I thought it was my helmet. It's like, how did it? That sort of like, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay,
I think it's you from you.
That's me. Maybe like, oh, I'm really going really fast. And then I hear rustling in the leaves, going there, and I'm like, okay. Wild dogs maybe. Okay, so maybe I have to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
And then you start hearing the hey.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
And then the mengilai is like the hee laugh, right? I can't do the sheer laugh.
It's not, like, you don't have to do it.
That is nuts.
And then like I'm like, okay, so you duck down and you hear that laughter and the rustling, and it gets faster and faster, and I'm like dropping to the lowest gear. And so this is still because Daim's stretch, right? That house is just wall.
Yeah.
There's no guardhouse. The guardhouse is right at the end of the section where there's not much lights. And I've done this route many times, and I never thought about it because you grew up in the area, so it's like, okay lah, I've not seen it. People have seen it, so as long as I don't see it, it's fine. It'll never happen to me. But this time it did.
Damn.
And the scariest part was there's this sort of like one section where it's the darkest because there's an overhanging tree, and then the street lamp is just here, so the tree covers the light. And that's where like I started feeling like not scratch. It's kind of like a scratch. So it's sort of like touching here, and it started stinging because I was sweating. So I was wondering, why does my neck hurt? Like scratching, like you feel. It's not like she's choked me or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just this.
She's there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Wow.
Lonjan. And
Yeah.
I have this ride. I think it's called the Pontianak ride, and I did track it on my Strava. And it's my fastest segment ever, by the way. I've never broken that record, just for context.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wow.
And then after like came down, I went to the Mamat nearby the old international school. So there is I think if people see it, or like who know the like cycling route there knows where it is. It's just this one stretch of road. There is nobody other than two mansions. And like there's one sandy part, and that's it. And once you get past that, it's Tanah Perkuburan Islam.
Oh no.
Right there, there's a Malawati. So I stopped there where the tom yum shops are, and then you like sort of feel, and then you just see this, you feel these scratch marks, raised bumps on both sides here. And then
It's like she did this.
Yeah. She's trying. She's doing
like
this. It is not a feeling I ever want to get. So that one was like the only time, like, because I've heard stories there a lot. You know, my mom used to work in the country club there, and they've heard stories of the Pontianak at the golf course, and so I'm like, okay,
Wow.
But you know, this I'm like, confidence is king lah for me. So like until it happens to me, I don't get freaked out.
Yeah.
So after it happened to me, I never try that route at night. I'll do it in the day, but I'll never cycle there at night. That's like, I mean, I don't know lah. Now it's more developed, but it's so common. Like I think every generation has at least one Pontianak story in Taman Melati.
For sure.
Like so many spots there. Like,
Wow.
we've heard.
Taman Melawati.
Yeah.
Yalah. I went to iScale, so you're talking about the old Melawati.
Yes, there's a Melati there.
Yeah, the old. That's the lowest standard grades from
Yes,
standard 1 to 5, I think.
Correct. Yeah, the elementary school.
The
is
elementary
there,
school, 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just right behind there, where because right next to the school is the graveyard, right?
Yes.
Opposite the graveyard, there's some like old condo.
Yeah.
There's a road that goes behind there.
Right.
So that whole stretch is
shit.
where all the like mansions and stuff are.
That's right.
So because they want to have their privacy, so they have this sort of buffer area of uninhabited land.
The Ampang campus,
Yeah.
now they all moved to
Yep.
another area of Ampang. But that campus where I went to school was next to us was a Chinese graveyard.
Yes. Chinese and Indian graveyard.
Is that the same one?
Yeah. I know you're talking about the one opposite the Petronas, right?
Yes.
In Ampang. Yes. Yeah.
Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Melawati is Islamic
Islamic.
Quran.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, why is the school next to it? Must be cheap. The land must be cheaper.
Land is probably
No
cheaper.
wonder.
I think the new campus for ISK doesn't have a graveyard anymore.
Not all. I mean, there's like the center of apa ni? Kat mana? It's tip of my tongue.
I've never been to the new one.
name of the street where all the embassies are.
Yeah. But really, like, I think Bukit Mas is probably like in terms of kakak sightings. There's a lot. The roundabout. There's this small condo area where it's always like seen at the top of the road.
Wow.
There's an old golf course. It's always there. But that's not kakak. That's an old lady. I need to ask my mom about that. That one's a story because she used to be a night shift manager for a country club.
Yeah. Okay.
That is.
But not KDE lah.
No, it's Club Century Paradise. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's like
The name itself.
Century Paradise, not a nightclub. For
Century.
context, like country clubs were a thing back in the 90s.
it was.
Just say.
Yeah.
It was there.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Have you ever been that side, Em? You have been?
Yeah.
Anything? No? Nothing? Never heard of anything?
Not to me.
Oh, wow. It's crazy.
The chase,
That chase.
the
Two things that that's why
P chase.
that and that face staring down my hammock. The two things are like I will always get goosebumps when I tell the story.
But that face you couldn't see. It was just a black blur.
It's just black face, like I mean, because I
Black
can't focus
face?
on it. No,
You saw a
black
face
face, like a shadowy
shadow.
face. Like,
Yeah, it was black.
because it's that, and like, and it wasn't.
Just
exactly
imagine like it was cycling and she's just flying up.
because you're pedaling. I'm pedaling for my damn life.
Bad, dude.
That one was like.
I mean,
that was
the laughing, right? That's like confirmation, like shit, something's.
because to me, like, okay, dogs can run
The
away,
pro-
and all,
yeah,
but once
sure.
I hear the laughing, I'm like, I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is-
No one should be laughing right
all I
now.
know is how fast I need to go. Oh man.
Wait, you know, if you guys out there have had any similar experiences, especially at camping as well, or even been towards that area, comment down because we want to know how many of you guys have actually
Yeah,
experienced.
because we've heard stories in Bukit Tungku. The kapi will be chasing cars in Bukit Tungku. That happened to a friend of mine. Yeah.
She's everywhere.
She's
Prolific.
Just imagine if she was the same.
She is
Same-
the-
there's only one kapi. She goes everywhere.
This is like American gods, right?
yeah.
The more we believe in her, the stronger she gets. So don't believe. She doesn't
exactly.
exist.
The queen.
Dude, thanks, Amir.
But thanks for coming onto the show.
Alright.
Unless you have another story you want to tell, get one more.
Okay, I have one last one.
Okay,
from NS,
let's go.
actually.
Let's do
it. So
From NS?
Yeah, NS.
Wow.
So this so roll back to NS. So this is time frame. I think around the start of the second week.
Okay.
We just got power back and running water. So I'm like, okay, this is nice. So this is after dinner. It's like it's time to take my daily evening shit. And so I go to the toilet because we're all in tents. So a 10-man tents, right?
That shit is important.
Yeah, and then you've got the row of toilets there. So
Yeah.
I'm going in the toilet, get in the stall, unbuckle, and then just sort of like, you just sort of do this preliminary check.
Yeah,
I look up and there's like this kain thing hunched over the top, because
the?
the bathrooms have this sort of like gap, right?
Yeah.
And then the old houses you have the ventilation.
Yeah,
so it's just this two things tengah bertengge up there, macam like
What?
that.
Watching you.
No, so you
Just
sort of
there.
like see that. So you see, because there's a bit of light outside, so it's silhouetted. So I'm like, and I'm just holding on board. I literally pee, right? Like, and then I look up like, and the guy goes, shh. And then when he goes, shh, I was like, what bro? Diamlah bodoh. I was like, oh, okay, it's human. So it turns out it's just a bunch of boys who were standing up there because they wanted to peek into the girls' toilet. But that one really, that was funny.
No.
You could have shat in your pants.
Wait, they wanted to look into the girls' toilet.
Yeah, because there is a wall, and what happens is the boys' toilet overlooks the girls'
Oh
bathing
my
areas.
God, hamsap
And
betul.
NS time, they didn't have showers because they did it the old school way.
Oh,
You have
right.
this
You
big
do,
ass
and then you
pool and
Yeah, union shower.
community style.
Community
so
style.
only once water and lights came back, then the boys started hiding. They're like,
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Apa ni budak
and
nakal
this
ni?
is why putting like 17-year-olds in one big place,
Yeah, no.
without proper like guidance,
Yeah.
can lead to a lot of things.
Well, that was
Damn.
that took the cake, icing on the cake.
But it was a plot twist for me. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, no way.
Not what you thought it was.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh,
man. Wow.
man. Well, again, thanks for coming on, Amir. We appreciate your time and
man.
telling us the stories, especially, man. That's why I don't go cycling.
Don't work out at
cycling
night
is-
unless you have a
Cycling
buddy.
is just expensive.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any comments about Amir's stories, we'll put his socials up. So maybe you guys can DM him or just DM us in the comment section.
Ask him anything.
Yeah. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Subscribe, comment, and like on Naik Bulu Tales.
Share.
As always, we appreciate your time and we appreciate your view. We appreciate your subscription. Whatever it is, my name is Fairil.
I'm Mo.
And this is
Amir.
and we'll see you guys in another episode of
Naik Bulu Tales. Thank you guys.
Peace out.